Okay, I have questions. This is from Don Smith. It says, "Hi, Duff. Which song on your new album, Lighthouse, do you feel most personally connected to and why? Will you be performing it live on this tour? I can't wait for the London show on October 5th. Ooh, well, I'm not sure. You know, we're going to start rehearsing these songs. What I feel most connected with, you know, there's the love songs for my wife, you know, Fallen and Lighthouse, of course. I feel pretty connected. But I get myself pretty connected to all the songs because when you write the lyrics for it and I really work hard on the lyrics, I really become connected with that idea. Just Don't Know and Long Feather. And we'll be playing a lot of the Lighthouse records. So thanks for the question, Don. This question is from Lisa Campbell. How was the first time in London with Guns N' Roses? What were the shows like? Okay. Lisa, the first shows I did in London were 1987 at the Marquee. We played 3 nights, I believe. And it was insane. Like, first time I ever got a passport. You know, first time I traveled. I'd been to Canada, but first time, you know, gone across the ocean. And people knew who we were in London to a you know, certain degree. And we had we had our EP out, Live Like a Suicide, and people were into it. And those gigs were packed. It was great. It became a long, lifetime love affair with London and the UK. Now, thanks for the question. Okay, this question is from Kevin Sansom. He says, would you like to still be making music and touring in 5 years? Yeah. 5 years? That's nothing. You might be really young, where 5 years seems like a long time. 5 years doesn't seem like anything to me. So yeah, of course. Dan Evans, is there any city or country you haven't toured in yet that's on your bucket list? It was really cool. We played Estonia a couple of years ago, so it'd probably be cool to play Lithuania. My wife's grandmother's from there, and India. Haven't been to. Like to play some other places in Africa if we can. There's plenty. I love to travel and love to see new things. So, you know, yes, there's tons of places I'd like to go to and rock. This is from Mackenzie. Mackenzie, I'm going to butcher your last name, I think. Aylward. No, that's not butchering. Mackenzie Aylward asks, who inspired you to pick up the bass? You inspired me to play. I have to know who or what band it was that did it for you. Right. When I finally started to play bass, because I was playing guitar and drums and bass at the same time, all in my like teenage years, wasn't sure which direction I was going to go. Moved to LA. We formed Guns, and so bass was going to be my thing. And really the bass players for me, Paul Simonon from The Clash, just for style, Randy Rampage from DOA. Then if you listen to Donald Duck Dunn and John Paul Jones and, you know, plenty of like R&B stuff that I grew up to and rock and roll that really influenced me. But I'd say Paul Simonon, top one. And Lemmy, of course. Didier Rivers asks, hi, Duff, can you tell us more about the 8-string bass you were talking about in a recent post with Rotosound strings? Thanks a lot. I mean, that's a brand new question. I can tell you about my 8-string bass because it's right here. It will go off. I saw this Hagstrom 8-string bass. It's a reissue. I thought I'd get it and just try it out. Rotosound did make me some custom strings for this thing, which is very killer of them. So this thing, I'm going to play it on a new song I wrote. I'm in the studio now recording more music, yet more music. A song called Trenches about World War I. And this, I'm going to play big chords and etc. on this 8-string bass. And let's see how it goes. Kirsten Bauer Gordon asks, will you be including songs from the Tenderness album also on the upcoming tour? Of course. I'm going to play Tenderness songs and Lighthouse songs. And now I have two records to choose from. So, yeah. From Fiona Elizabeth Freeman, What are you most looking forward to on this tour, and how do you prepare before going on stage? Do you prefer quiet time or hype yourself up? I look forward to playing with this band we put together for this tour. It's all Seattle people. Shooter and his band and Jamie, they're gone. So Jamie's out on tour with Samantha Fish, and so I'm in Seattle. Decided to put together a Seattle band, and they're all really, really great players, and I look forward to playing with these guys. And when I prepare myself, either for like my own shows or gun shows or whatever, I do vocal warm-ups, and I don't really need to hype myself up. I kind of go into it, quiet. I go quiet, and it's kind of quiet intensity sort of thing. I go to certain places and get myself ready because I'm always nervous, no matter what, every show. And that just means that, music to me is still like a fresh, impactful thing in my life, I guess. Andrew Appleton asks, "Hi, Duff. How do you keep mentally fit while you're on the road? I love that you advocate for mental health, and I wonder how you manage it while you're touring." On the road or at home, my keeping mentally fit is I like the way you put that. It's an ongoing thing for me. I meditate and I do things, and I surround myself with good people when in a band, and and I go to the gym a ton. So, and that really helps me. That's where I can kind of carve up some, meditation and deep digging on myself. So thanks. Nigel Myers, can you describe a typical day on tour? What do you do all day? Yeah, that's a great question. So on a gig day, of course, I get up, I go to the gym, eat something, go to sound check, and then you're at the gig, and that's when I'll do my vocal warm-ups and stuff, and, get out of my sweats and get into my rock clothes and do my thing. Days off, I like to travel and see things in museums and whatever I can. I'm not one to sit in a hotel room, if that answers a couple things. So there you go. Chris Colbum, do you enjoy getting back to more intimate venues? I can't wait to see you in Manchester. Yeah. I get to have the best of both worlds, and for this kind of music I do with Lighthouse and Tenderness, playing in a smaller place. That's all I've known. But little theaters and stuff is just sublime. It's actually totally perfect. So I don't know if I could do it in a bigger thing. I'd probably figure it out. But the intimate things are great. I prefer them when I play them. How about that? Okay, and our last question. Elizabeth Michaels, which song are you most excited to play live for the first time off Lighthouse? Well, I'll tell you, as today rolls, I'm going to go work with a drummer today who may come on the tour with us. And he's learned Holy Water, which is a song I've never played before. I wrote the song. I played it in the studio, obviously, but never played it live. So that's going to be a challenge and kind of fun to play. So here we go. Thanks for your questions, guys. Amazing. See you soon on tour. Duff signing out.